Enemy taking C.
Hello YouTube, this is World War Black Ops Pro, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about the kill streaks, or the score streaks in Advanced Warfare, because some of them are just either overpowered or underpowered, and very few of them are balanced, so let's get into them. So, I'm going to go in order because, some of them are just completely overpowered or just unbalanced in general, so let's go with the aerial assault drone now. This seems like the score streak might suck and all, because in Modern Warfare 3, it essentially all it did was tag enemies and put them on the minimap, and you'd fly it around, and it was a support streak, and no one really wanted to use it. It would be okay if it were like that in Advanced Warfare, but it's not like that. And in fact, it's much more overpowered than that. Well, the recon drone part of it's not that overpowered, but the fact is that it essentially shoots threat grenades at people and makes them appear through walls. Now, I don't know about you, but at least in my opinion, any type of threat detection or Oracle-like things, like from Ghost, like you know how you could see people with the Oracle system through walls, any type of wall hack, kill streak sort of thing is overpowered. And that score streak, it'd be better if it was underpowered, if it just put them on the minimap or something. But when you start putting people through threat detection, you can literally just start pre-firing people, and it gets really annoying. You can wallbang them. It's just not balanced. Now, let's get to the next score streak, the UAV. Now, the UAV by itself is perfectly balanced. In fact, it's actually 400 points, which means just 4 kills rather than the typical 3 kills. But there's a problem with it, too. The problem is the threat detection attachment. Now, the threat detection attachment, not only does it put them on the minimap, but they are also put on your screen. Like, you can see them through walls, you can wallbang them, you can pre-fire them. It's just overpowered for the same reasons I've already mentioned. Now, the aerial assault drone, it's underpowered without any attachments because it's like the hunter killer drone, but instead of it doing its own thing, instead of it being AI controlled, you have to control it yourself, and it launches itself towards people and then blows up once it hits them. But you have to find people with it. You have to take yourself out of the action, and you have to launch yourself at them. Just look at that death right there. See that's just lag comp at its finest. I got killed behind a wall. I'll get to the Titan. I'll get to the Goliath kill streak later. But now we're on to the care package. Now the orbital care package is really not that good of a streak because it's really just a streak that gives you more streaks. And in other games it was fine because the streaks weren't terrible, but in this game a lot of the streaks are terrible, and even with better odds and even with the double tap attachment on, you're still gonna get low level streaks much of the time. And the only reason I could think this was to be overpowered is that it does have the support module on it. So I mean, technically you could get a paladin for just for participating in the game, so it's kind of like a participation trophy almost, the support module is. But the care package isn't game breaking or anything, so I'm gonna go into the next one, which is the remote turret. Now the remote turret, it's underpowered by itself. You shouldn't have to add the sentry module on, because without the sentry module, you have to control it yourself, you have to take yourself out of the action. I'm not sure why Sledgehammer thought it would be a good idea to do that again. In Modern Warfare 3 they did that, and almost no one used the remote turret. It was completely useless, and I'm not sure why they brought it back. But it's pretty balanced for the most part. I mean, sure, you can put rockets on it and other attachments like that, but ultimately I find it not to be too overpowered. In Black Ops 2 it definitely was, because there was no counter to the sentry gun, no perk can save you from it, and it would lock onto you pretty quickly, and it can shoot you through walls. It was kind of annoying. Now let's go to the system hack. Now the system hack is pretty overpowered, especially on the Xbox 360 where they haven't patched it yet. It's like an EMP grenade. It takes away HUD, but instead of that, it puts a big giant skull in front of your screen, so it pretty much blinds you. And not only that, but it makes the rest of your screen fuzzy, so it's hard to see anything, and you're likely to get killed while someone else is calling it on you. So it's pretty overpowered. I don't like it. You can also take away people's exo movements, and you can put extended times on there. So I think the maximum amount of time you can have someone hacked is about a minute, which is a long time in Call of Duty. That's a tenth of the game, guys. And if you have a whole team running this, it can be abused. So basically, Like if you have no EXO on, you can basically force the other team to play classic mode in an EXO playlist. If you guys all have the EXO no EXO module on, so it can be abused. It's overpowered, and personally, I don't think it should be in the game. But you know, it is what it is, and yeah, should they raise the score for it? Yeah, like score required to get it? Yeah, they should. And should they take away the fuzzy parts on your screen? Yeah, they should. But moving on. So the XS1 Vulcan, it's kind of like the Predator missile almost. Like it just comes out of the sky randomly. It's not extremely overpowered because you can usually escape it. Usually it comes into some part of the map and then some guy has to direct it over to you. So it's not extremely overpowered. It's just kind of annoying. Like I don't like those kill streaks that kind of just come in and surprise you and get a free kill off of you. But you can add some other stuff on it too, like you can have fire multiple bursts. So this streak isn't too bad. I mean, it's a 6 kill streak. It's about right. It's balanced. It's about balanced. So it's not terrible. I mean, it'll get you maybe a kill or two, but it's not overpowered, so it's not too big of a problem. Now the missile strike is most like the Predator missile or the Trinity rocket, and it comes down. It's just a bunch of missiles that come down, and it's not underpowered, or actually kind of is. If you think about it, it's definitely not overpowered. I mean, a lot of people don't use it, but when I use them, I usually only get them about 1 or 2 kills with it. It's not great. You know, I personally don't like kill streaks that are just there to get you other kill streaks. Like in this game, it's based on score anyway, so it's not like Ghost. Because in Ghost, if you got like a kill or two with your Trinity, that would help you get to your Helo pilot or whatever else you were running. And that's not the case here because you would probably only get like plus 25 for each kill you get with that. So I see no reason to run it, but it's fine by itself. Now next, let's get to the bombing run. Now the bombing run's not a bad streak. It usually gets you a few kills, but the problem is it shakes up the whole entire map, like a lot. Now, in other Call of Duties, there were other streaks like this, like let's go to the Rolling Thunder kill streak from Black Ops 1. That kill streak is fine, it's perfectly balanced. What it did was basically the same thing, it carpet bombed the entire map. But the B-52 would shake the map only maybe a third of what the bombing run does, and not only that, but it would go through the map a lot faster. It went like 3 times faster too. So it gave the enemy less of a chance to notice what was happening to them, and it wasn't shaking your screen not nearly as much. So yeah, they need to just make the screen shake a lot less, because that's really annoying when a friendly one's called in or an enemy one called in. And what they also got to do is they got to make it go faster, because I don't like how long it takes for it to go across the map. Like it feels like it's going really slow. Next, the XS1 Goliath. Basically the Titan kill streak for Titanfall of Duty. This streak is extremely underpowered. If you guys thought the Ghost Juggernaut was bad, the Assault Juggernaut at least, this one's a lot worse. I mean, not only do you move really slowly and your health doesn't regenerate, but you're on the mini-map at all times. You can't use any EXO movements at all, so you're moving extremely slowly. The minigun even overheats, and it fires a lot slower than the Ghost one does, so I'm assuming that the Goliath fires, the minigun fires around 600 rounds per minute, which is extremely slow, and it's also very inaccurate. But the Ghost one fires around 750 rounds per minute, 720 rounds per minute, somewhere around there. So the Ghost one is better, but I personally think that the health should regenerate probably over time, and maybe you shouldn't be on the minimap, but you know, those are just my opinions. I'm not sure how that would balance out, but probably better than it has been already. Now the next streak is the Warbird. The Warbird isn't particularly bad. It's just that the AI, if you don't AI control it, it's really, really bad. And the miniguns overheat, and it's just not good, and it only lasts for like 30 seconds without extra time. So I guess if you put extra time on it, and you put AI controlled, like either defender or aggressor, then it's fine. But another problem with it is that it just appears on the map just whenever. Like as soon as you call it in, it's already on the map. Like it doesn't have to travel to the map like older streaks would. Like if you call in a helicopter, like an attack helicopter on Black Ops 1, you can call it in on a certain location on the map and it would go there, but it would take like 10-15 seconds to travel there, and that's what I feel like needs to happen. I think it needs to have some travel time, because if the streak just magically appears on the map, it's not realistic, and it doesn't give the other team any warning, and you can get killed off a streak because of that. So I don't think that's necessarily balanced. Now the Paladin, this is supposed to be the best streak in the game, but unfortunately it doesn't live up to its name. It falls a little bit short. And yeah, so it's basically supposed to be the AC-130 of Advanced Warfare. Now, it isn't the AC-130 by itself, because the only thing that comes with by itself is it's like plasma cannon or something. And it's literally a pea shooter. It takes forever to kill someone, and if they have flak jacket, it takes even longer. So the best attachments to run on that are extra time, because it only give you like 30 seconds without it. And 105mm cannon and sleight of hand, because it takes forever to reload. And unlike the AC-130, you only have 2 weapons, even if you add a 105mm cannon on it. So the plasma cannon, it takes a long time to shoot people. It's really slow. The rate of fire is really slow too. And the 105mm cannon, it's powerful, but it takes a long time to reload, and it doesn't come free with the kill streak. And so I just find it kind of, the streaks in this game overall are kind of disappointing. Most of them definitely need to be buffed. Some of them, like the recon drone and the system hack, they definitely need to be nerfed. But the rest of them need to be buffed, because they didn't give me a reason to run these score streaks. Because if they don't give me a reason to run them, I'm not going to run them. I'm just going to go for DNA bombs, which is what I've been doing for like the nearly past month. I've been just going for DNA bombs, because I really don't find getting these score streaks rewarding, and I'm just not having fun getting them. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the commentary. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. This has been World of War, and see you guys later.